Our first guest is the host of the hugely popular radio program called The Howard Stern Show. Please welcome the one, the only Howard Stern, ladies and gentlemen.
It's become increasingly difficult to do my show. The same show I did a year ago, the government will fine me for it. I have millions of dollars of fines against me, and this is my way of checkmating the United States government and saying, you know what, I've got somewhere to go. We're going to build a new future. This is the beginning of the new age.
Okay, now, that's good.
Thanks.
But you raise so many questions here. First of all, are you suggesting that without dirty material and things that would not be allowed on your radio show, Chris Rock is not funny? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I am suggesting that. I've seen Chris Rock in situations where he cannot be himself. And I can't be myself anymore on the radio. I'm not looking to get on the radio and say the F word. I'm not looking to get on the radio and make everything so blatantly sexual. That's not what this is about. I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago. The topics I used to talk about on the radio, I'm now being fined millions of dollars for.
How is it any different if the radio signal is bounced off a satellite and then back down through the airwaves? And why won't you be subject to future restrictions at satellite radio? Well,
the difference is my listeners now, if they come with me, and I hope they do, and that's sort of why I'm here. You know, I want them to come. To answer your question, for 40 cents a day,
right,
when you pay for something, you're paying for it to come into your home, much like cable or anything else. And in the beginning of cable, everyone said, well, I'm not going to pay for TV. When you hear the difference, and when you hear the type of programming we can put on, you will see that 40 cents a day is not too much. And that's the reason the government cannot regulate it. If you're paying for it, it's not the public airwaves. We don't get any of this nonsense. How can we have a democracy? How can we have an open exchange of ideas? Yes, I mean, you know, we talk about sex, but come on. I mean, everywhere in Europe, they talk about sex. This is all taboo. People are getting fined. We're being told what we can listen to. It's time for a change. I'm going. Come with me, please. That's all I'm saying. Very simple.
Now, so 80 and 100 million a year go into your corporation. You go on Sirius, the satellite radio channel, okay? How are they going to make a profit? I mean, how many people you think are going to go over and what are they, what, 50 bucks for that thing, subscription?
Is it my problem if they make a profit?
No.
Is that my worry?
No.
They paid me to go there and entertain the people, and that's what I'll do, and they shall come. What I've heard so far is that when I got there, they had 600,000 subscribers. And lo and behold, it's been a year later now, and it's been in the news that I'm going to satellite. They are now estimating 3.1 million people have joined.
And how much is it a year to get?
It's $12 a month for a radio subscription, and I think it is the best. If you want to get into this, I think it's the best buy in town.
So if they get a couple of million, then they can make money.
Sure.
Off
Of course they're going to make money. Satellite radio, it's inevitable. Because FM and AM radio have been so regulated, so overly commercialized, because the content has been so watered down, guys like me who make people laugh in the morning and appeal to millions of people, we can't do our act anymore. And guess what's happening? Satellite radio will succeed.
We'll see.
And their brain doesn't tell them when they're done eating. So these kids will just eat and eat and eat, and they'll shovel it in and shovel it in, so don't do any food jokes.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, fuck, without food jokes, you know, what am the only other thing I got is bashing the gays. I got nothing.
Right.
So I go up there, and there's an enormous buffet at the Prada Willie buffet.
Were the kids there with the disease?
No, they didn't show, but the parents...
If they saw the buffet, they go...
Yeah,
exactly.
they have to tie them down.
That's not even a joke. Like, they go nuts. They run towards the buffet, and, of course, I overeat at the Prada Willie buffet.
Right.
And, like, I stuff food down. I can't stop eating because I got drunk first, and I couldn't stop eating. Like the disease. So, before I go on stage, they show a video of these children. 15-minute video. It's the saddest. Before I go up, I got to follow this. The saddest video you ever saw.
Well, what's in the video?
In the video is all the children that have this disease and the parents struggling with dealing with them, and the parents look like they're going to explode with exhaustion. They can't. The kids don't sleep. They have too much energy, and they have to always monitor them because they won't stop. They'll eat themselves to death.
And they're all real fat, right?
They're all enormously obese. So there's the one they focus on is a 17-year-old girl who's 400 pounds, and the parents have to hire these enormous bodyguards and put padding up all over because when the ice cream truck comes by...
Oh, man. When the ice cream truck comes by, what happens?
When she hears the bell...
What?
What are you doing over there?
What do they do? What do they have to do?
When she used the bells.
Oh, my God.
When she I'm sorry, God. The parents are sleep deprived. When she hears the bells for the ice cream truck, she gets up and goes, ah! She's just jumping around.
They're very sensitive.
It's thunderous. The house is moving. Like fucking boom, boom. They hire these enormous bodyguards.
You know, guys that live there to tackle her?
Yeah, well, they hire these guys who used to play for the Bears. Like Mike Singletary lives with them, and they have to tackle her.
Oh, that's
And there's all pads, and
they show a film of that, and then they go, here's
they
Artie
show.
Lang.
Well, this is what. Oh God, they show a film, and it's so sad. It's like, and all the parents are there, and you know, it's heartbreaking, and literally, like, it ends with these kids maybe dying, and it fades.
Oh my God!
It fades to black.
I never heard of this syndrome.
It fades to black.
They did a whole special on it, like on
They did,
Discovery.
and
How many kids have it?
And I had seen the special. It fades to black.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, from the Howard Stern Show, Artie Lang.
You're very sensitive, Artie Lang.
So I go up, and every instinct I have as a comedian is to say, look, I have this disease. Clearly.
Just to jump on the table and eat some rolls.
But this huge buffet had, you know how at weddings they have carving stations?
Yeah.
I was at the carving station like all night. I couldn't stop going. So my first joke was, I've been cut off at the carving station. And it like gets oozed. Nobody and goes, oh, is this guy gonna make fun of eating? Like boo, you know, people are booing. And then I just, I'm sorry. And then
say I'm working for free.
It was a real awkward moment. Like, thank God, because they said thank you. And then I went into some jokes about the Red Sox as it was in Boston, and I made a joke about Bill Buckner. They booed it. Now I'm bombing.
Way to win over the crowd.
I don't know what to do. So at the end, there was an old guy not laughing in the front, and I got mad, so I got dirty, because I was being clean. I got dirty, and I said fuck in the joke. And when I said fuck in the joke, the old guy goes, ah! He loves fuck. So I just ended dirty. And exactly.
Hey, look at this.
And then I got off the stage. It was, I mean, they were happy I went. But.
We are all a part of the history. We are all a part of this day. We are all the last of the dying breed. Together, we are strong.
Hello, this is George Takei, and you, my cuddly muffins, are listening to the award-winning podcast, Nothing Worthwhile, with Moody and Gru. Oh my.